Okay, so here are the secrets on how to read more books. And this is, I wouldn't say these are necessarily secrets, these are kind of like more common sense things, but these are things that help me go from somebody who hadn't picked up a book in years to somebody that reads probably three books a week on a good week, sometimes less, sometimes more. It all depends on what I'm reading and what I'm interested in at the time. But the first thing I really want you to start thinking about is thinking about reading as like a hobby, as a pastime, as something that you do. And anytime you are new to something or getting back into something, if you go full force, it's very difficult to stay consistent. So the number one thing I want to say is it's all about consistency. And if you continually read 10 pages a day for the rest of your life versus reading 100 pages a day for the next 2 weeks, where are you going to read more? It's obviously in the little habits that you make easy, that you make fun, that are things that just become part of your life. So take it gradually. Don't think that Rome was built in a day. Don't think that you're immediately going to instill this habit and it's going to be super easy and it's going to be super fun and it's going to be something that just happens, because that's not going to happen. And with that said, the first piece of advice I'm going to give you is that we all have subjects that we're fascinated by. Think about people that read the news all day, think about people that scroll social media all day, are all up to date on sports, are all up to date on video games. Like, we all have something that we're passionate about, and the thing that I would suggest you start reading first is that subject. Because let's face it, like, you need to make reading fun. You need to make reading something that is beneficial to you, something that you see the value in. And if you're constantly stimulated by one subject and you pick up a book about it, now you're associating those good feelings with that new habit. And when you can make a new habit fun, that's when it sticks. That's when it becomes part of your schedule. That's when it becomes part of your everyday thing. And then you can start branching out from there. But I think that's really, really, really essential to becoming fascinated with reading, engrossed in reading. And another tip on this one is, let's say that you don't have the attention span to read. I don't really care about that. I don't really care about how many pages you read in a day. I just want you to start touching your toes in the water. Just start getting your feet wet. Just start getting slowly and slowly more engrossed into this world. And the best thing I can tell you to do is audiobooks. Audiobooks are so easy. Think about how much time you're listening to music. Think about how much time you're watching videos or listening to podcasts. Like, if you could just put an audiobook on in the car, you can start slowly inching yourself up to that new habit, because it's not quite the same. Some people understand things better through audiobooks, some people don't. I'm not one of those people that says audiobooks are cheating. I think it's a different experience, but I think it's similar enough, and it's going to push you in the right direction. And if you really don't have the attention to start, that's another really, really good thing to just start pick up doing. I know if you have YouTube Premium, there's a lot of audiobooks on YouTube. I know Audible has a pretty decent service. I don't know if you want to pay for it. I don't know what Apple's is. I don't know about the other audiobook services, but I'm sure you can find one for inexpensive, little to no cost, and I'm sure you can start to develop this habit that way. But again, really just find something that you enjoy. Really find something that you enjoy putting your time to. And now we're going to get into the more brute force element of this, because I feel like the most important thing is consistency. And it's not the fun answer, it's not the flashy answer, it's not the answer you want to hear. But my life didn't start changing until I started probably reading, like, I don't know, 30 pages a day, and consistently doing that and keeping that up for 6 months to a year to 2 years now is really how long I've been reading consistently for. And I think 30 pages a day in the beginning was very difficult, but now it's like, if I don't read 30 pages, like, I'm on a deserted island with no books. Like, I can't imagine those kind of days, and it's so infrequent that I have those, that it just became part of myself. And I don't know if 30 pages is a lot to you. I don't know if you have that kind of time, but you need to set like a little reminder. You need to set something in your mind, like, before I go to bed tonight, I am going to read 10 pages, 15 pages, 20 pages, 30 pages. Whatever it is that you want to read, whatever it is that you think you can do and is not too much out of your way, it's something that you can easily do. I really recommend doing that, because again, like I said earlier, it's if you read for the rest of your life 10 pages, you're going to read way more than somebody that picks up a hobby, does it for 2 weeks, and then just forgets about it. So set that limit, set that page number, and slowly increase it if you want to read more, if it becomes more easier. And then eventually you'll get to the point where you don't even need to think about it, because reading to me is just so ingrained into my habit that I just do it. I don't need to keep track of how many pages I read. I don't need to be on myself just because it's something I do. It's like going to the gym. Like, I don't think about going to the gym anymore. It's not hard. It's not something that I have to drag myself out of bed and look at myself in the mirror and say, you're going to go to the gym today. You're going to do this. Like, it's just something I do on a daily basis. It's just something that I enjoy doing. So once you start getting to that point, that's where it really becomes something that is engrossing. That's really when it becomes like an obsession. And honestly, we're all obsessed with different things, like to varying degrees. Like, there's obviously people that are obsessed with illicit substances that aren't good for them. There's people that are obsessed with sports. There's people that are obsessed with video games. I think being obsessed with reading is one of the best things that can happen to you, because it keeps that childlike curiosity. It keeps that neuroplasticity. It allows you to change the way you view things, change the way that you approach situations, and change the way that your life works because of that. And I think if you can start reading, you're well on your way to living a great life and living a happy life and living a very stimulated life. So with that said, hopefully these tips helped. Hopefully these were things that are going to benefit you. And yeah, here's the secrets that allowed me to develop such a strong passion for reading and make it such a part of my life and allow it to control and change for the better the way I'm living my life. So yeah, with that said, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. I'll catch you in the next one.